Brazil in green serving, Norway in red receiving. This the men's gold medal match from the FIVB four-star event here at Itapema in Brazil. And Norway have the opening point. Lovely swing from Sorum. This is going to be a big hitting match. Mol's a good blocker. And then Andre and Evandro, both good blockers. One thing that Sorum has done really well this week, and in particular in the semi-final, was his ability to cover, to get round, to make pickups. He's done it early here. That one, though, a little bit too tight to the net. First points for Brazil. And it's Andre now going with the serve. Doesn't have a jump serve of note, but it just means with his float serve he can stay in play defense and doesn't have to worry about trying to run through and dealing with anything that Norway might try and put over on two. Good read by Sorum. Oh, that is just a huge block from Mol. But Evandro can block, Andre can block, so too can this young man. And he's up there with the best of them. Well, that was quite a spinny set, would be the politest way of putting it. But Brazil get away with it, and they have their side out. That's a good serve. That's a good recovery. And it's a lovely side out. One thing's for sure, and one thing is very clear, that Norway are up for this one. Andre taking on Mol, getting the high hands attack and sending it out away from the sideline. Sorum doing the same as he gets the block off of Evandro in a way. Nice delay in that attack from Sorum. It's a borderline throw. A catch and throw on the setting at times, but it certainly makes for entertaining rallies. Another big swing from Sorum. I know they're doing well. The crowd have got nothing to cheer about at the moment. Norway leading as they are by 2 points. Evandro livens things up with that cross-court attack. Incredible stuff from Evandro. He was going to have a go at the first ball that come close to the net, but knew he's not allowed to touch it. He's allowed to touch that one, though. Another chance for Sorum. Good up again from Andre. Clever from Evandro, but well watched by Norway. Looking for a touch. Evandro saying I didn't. Evandro's never going to say I touched that, is he? Good work by Andre. It'll go down as an unforced error against Norway. Good D, good scramble, equally good. But now a better chance here for Brazil. Evandro can have a full swing, tries to go with the line roll. That's really good pickup from Sorum, and unfortunately for him, he's made a mess of it at the end. And to improvise to play that ball. I didn't hit that one, didn't get a good enough contact on it. Norway call the timeout, with Brazil winning 4 straight points. Norway again, having no difficulty getting side out. Mole giving as good as he's getting at the moment. That's another good block from him. He's had Andre. He's had Evandro now. He's got them both in his pocket. He knows how to get hold of them. Andre and Evandro know they're not going to have it all their own way in attack. That could be a real danger, though, for Norway if Evandro gets his serve going. He'll be pleased that they didn't have to deal with that one. Nice hit again. Sorum showing a bit of cross court and still beating the player down the line, Andre. Mole with the serve. That doesn't help Norway's cause. Into the technical timeout, Brazil leading by 1. Evandro will be serving for Brazil here. Doesn't put a lot of heat on it. And side out achieved very comfortably by Norway. Big swing from Andre into the corner. Good recovery by Mol. And a lovely finish from him as well. Evandro made a decent touch in the block, but just a continuation block. Credit to Norway. Not just watching Mol, he was there covering. And finds a good angle to give Norway the point. Well, Evandro and Andre play that ball. This ball went into the net. Well, that touched the block. So that's two. That ball should have come over. And quite rightly, Norway complaining here because Andre made a block and the ball went in the net and it touched him. But credit them, they played on. Not spotted by the referee. Always a tricky one, that. They get away with it. Norway will feel perhaps a little bit of justice served as that ball is nowhere near the court. Sorum now to serve for Norway. What's a great serve. That's not coming back. That one just seemed to stay high. Right into Andre, attacking him high to the shoulder. May well have been going wide. Irrelevant now. Norway have the point. They also have the lead. Andre gets a decent side out. Good up. Oh, good recovery. But a chance now for Brazil. Andre. Clever. And it's Brazil who now take the initiative in the set. It's a solid play from Andre, knowing he had the line available to him. Chased by Andre. And it's a net touch by Mol. Brazil getting themselves an extra point here. They got a 2-point lead now. Mol into the net. It's been a pretty tight first set, this. Almost waiting for Brazil to step up a gear. But they're not being allowed to with the way Norway are playing. Nice dig from Sorum. And he is able to thread the eye of the needle, getting it inside the block and inside the defender. Oh, what a pickup by Mol. Evandro makes a dig, but Brazil can't get any foothold in this rally. They might do now, though. The opportunity was there, and just like that, it's Norway who've edged in front. And Brazil it is who now call a timeout.
Ali na frente agora, vai virar a bola e pegar o outro pontinho. Bora, dá essa bolinha agora.
That's the stats so far in spite. Mol, though, having issues with his serve. And in fact, it was a win for Evandro and Andre, but it was 2-1. And check this out. Second set, 32-30. Net touch by Norway. The 32-30 was a second set win for Norway. They lost the first set 19-21, then lost 15-11 in the decider. It was on court 2 on the outside courts, and it had a huge crowd as it just went on and on and on. Showing that both teams pretty evenly matched. That's a nice block from Andre, showing just how high he can get. Brilliant dig. Oh wow, you wouldn't believe that. Brazil get away with it. It was a complete miss-hit by Evandro, but Mol's touched the net. It was going way out. Mol gives the point to Brazil. It's now set point for Brazil. Evandro still hasn't been able to deliver a hard hit. And Sorum's hard hit hasn't found the sideline. Brazil take the first set, 21-18. We just see from this block is Andre's going up and he's finishing after the ball's gone past him. Classic blocking scenario, beach and indoors. The now moment for Andre is way too late, but he was lucky because someone made the error. Then it's Brazil who take the first set. Here are the stats. 1 ace for Norway, 3 blocks apiece, but Norway giving Brazil 9 points from errors. They'll have to cut those out. Second set underway. And Brazil off to the start they wanted. was a cagey first set for these two teams. Norway had chances. Evandro and Andre not playing perhaps at their full ability, and an error from Andre as he touches the net gives Norway their first point of this set. Neither team really gave it their all, and it was a few errors in the end that cost Norway the first set. That was a big swing. And that was an even bigger swing. Good work from Evandro. Evandro screaming at Andre to go after that one, but Andre had already gone to his right. He wasn't going to change his weight and get back to his left. Andre makes his move a little too early. He steps inside, he can't get back to go after the ball. At times, these guys make it look like they're warm-up hitting. Good leave by Norway. Always tricky when that ball goes in between you. Sorry, not sorry from Norway as they get themselves an ace serve, and they have the lead at the first end change. It can happen to both teams. It does happen a lot. It can go any which way when the ball hits the top of the net. As long as it lands in, you get the point. If it doesn't, you don't. And from one to the other. Again, Sorum has got a good body position in the air, gives him the opportunity to hit cross, or in this instance, he's able to turn and hit with equal power down the line. It's like watching Randy and Numidor, that last play from Sorum. And in fact, these two lads very reminiscent of players that we see on the tour. Mol very much like Varenhorst of the Netherlands. Well, that's perfectly legal. Evandro was facing that position. You have to volley the ball through your shoulders, in your shoulder line. And he placed himself early and just set it the way he was facing. Not such a good swing that time from Mol. Brazil now move one in front. That was about the only angle they had. And with Sorum stuck at the net, an easy put away for Evandro. Norway were in trouble. They couldn't get themselves out of it. It's another error. Mol again going with the pokey, and it's given Brazil a 3-point lead. He's had two unforced errors, spiking now, attacking. Norway called the timeout. Evandro. Very nicely done by Mol to find the cross-court angle. Every time Norway win a point, it's as if they're playing on a training court. It goes so quiet. But every time they lose a point, they soon know it's far from a training court. Another chance, Mol this time. Andre working the block, and Brazil working to stay in front. Not much in the way of rallies going on, such as the quality of the attacking of these teams, plus the odd unforced error here and there. Again, such a good decision to leave that ball. Probably easier to leave it than try and play it. Another one flirting with the baseline from the serving of Evandro. Good leave by Andre, listening to Evandro's call. Serving pressure is key for both teams. Just getting it in at this level isn't good enough, which is what Brazil have just experienced, because that was a very tame serve from Andre. Andre had a chance, but at the technical timeout score, it's only one that separates the teams, and it is Brazil that have that 1 point advantage. Frustration for Mol. Got a touch, but not the one he wanted. Sorum again, so good at that shot to the line. Good joust at the net, Andre winning that one. He's just keeping Brazil in front, keeping that little bit of pressure on Norway. That was well left. Andre tried to go for it, missed it. He's pleased he did. Oh, it's kept in play. And an unforced error gives Brazil a healthy lead now in the context of this match. The crowd making plenty of noise. Long arm of Evandro getting under the ball, stopping it hitting the sand. And Mol with the unforced error giving Brazil the point. They lead by 4. That's a bit tight. But that's very well played. Sorum showing you don't have to hit it hard. Just got to find the right space on the court. Another monster block from Mol. Every time Andre's really tried to go and hit in the power line, Mol stopped him with some superb blocking. Lovely, but Sorum will be really disappointed because he moved too early. Andre saw him there, rolled to where he was, and Sorum ran away from it. Nice work from Evandro, but it won't stay in play. Well, that's interesting that he reacted in that way. Trying to pull his shirt off, getting frustrated. He made a good dig. He's making the court seem small, making it difficult for Norway. And as long as Brazil's side-out game is still functioning, just about functioning, then it's difficult for Norway to get back into this match. This was rather lucky. That one going under Evandro. Solid siding out from Brazil. They're getting closer to the 21-point mark and the gold medal to go with it. Evandro has yet to have an ace. Still yet to, oh, that'll be a double against Mol. That was a shame. It was a good serve, it was well passed. Mol was in a little bit late, and he let the ball get a little bit too low, and then it was carnage. Evandro will serve again. That is the ace serve from Evandro, and what a time to get it. It brings up championship point here at Itapema Beach. Great serve. It's match point. It's Evandro with the serve. They have 5 match points. He has license to really go after this one. Oh, that was close. He knows it was close. But it won't be a glorious finish from the serving line. Match point saved. Sorum with the serve. Brazil needs to side out. They have 4 chances. They don't need them, it's all over! Brazil have beaten Norway. Evandro and Andre win the match in straight sets. They are the champions of Itapema. A special moment for them, winning on home sand in front of the home fans. But what a day for Norway. They'll be disappointed, sure they will. They haven't won a gold medal. They made it to a final, and they took the world champions all the way. They played some excellent